Hello everyone! As you guys know, Elden Ring won the Game of the Year award, so it's only logical that I would make a video that will be awarding the best companion in Elden Ring. Alright, number 10. Melina. You know, like the only reason she ever would reach this reward list will just ever be nominated. It's just because there's people are like there's like 15 companions, and people are like, yeah, we got this and that. So after I went through this, because I only want to do a top 10, I'm just like, okay, we got the old lady at the round table hold, Tenneth at Volcano Manor, which we have like 3 conversation with, so, and then like the other 3 I don't remember. So I'm just like, well, do I have a choice? So Melina, number 10. The first one we would ever meet. We even meet Ronnie after her. So what she do? She basically provides 0 emotional support. It's like at the start, she's like, "All right, you get torrent. All right, I'm gone. Bye." And after you have rest at like 2 graces or 3 graces, she's like, "Yeah, I have been testing you. Now you're worthy to go to the round table hold." And you're just like, "Was I not worthy before?" Extra emotional damage. And after you reach Altus Plat, and no, that is not even it. Like, she does not talk to you at every graveside, but every time you reach a Church of America, she's like, "Do you want to listen to the sacred words that is still lingering here, said by Queen America?" And you're like, "No, I just struggled on like Godric for like 20 minutes. What do you mean that I want to hear Queen America talking? I just killed her." Great. No, it's just grandson, I think. Yeah, just grandson. Yeah, I just killed her grandson. I would like to hear her words. And after you reach the capital, she is just like, "Yeah, I have been using you. Goodbye." And you're just like, you know what? Maybe I want to do the Frenzy Flame ending. So you jump into the sewage, and you on your way to the 3 finger, and she's like, wait. Now I want to talk to you. Please don't do it, okay? And you're just like, oh, so now you want to talk to me. It's like, the society doesn't provide therapists to a mentally ill person until they commit a crime and go into prison. And she is like, "Please, don't do it. Please, don't do it. Please, don't do it. Alright, you have done it. If you ever become Lord of Chaos, I'm gonna kill you." But at that point, the Frenzy Flame has already infected the player in real life. Whoever choose to do that ending on like their first playthrough without knowing anything about the game and any other companion, they're just like, well, that's kind of my only option. So, yeah, Frenzy Flame it is. And then it's like, after the ending, they're just like, "Let's go, she cares about me. Now she is going to chase after me, trying to kill me." So, pretty much went insane. And before I go on to number 9, I would just like to say, someone in the Chinese community summarized Melina pretty well. Actually, in one word, wood. She is like a piece of wood. It's like a meme because she eventually burns herself if you don't want the Friendly Flame ending. But the more of the wood personality came from she not talking to us on our way to the capital, and just eventually leaving us. Like, yeah, like at the end, your worth to us is pretty much just a wood, and you are acting like a wood. It's like. And then at the end, after the guy summarized everything, he's like, "You know what? Maybe a wood is even more useful than you." Number 9, Haida. She could have ranked lower, but I'm going to say this a lot in this video. Still, she is better than Melina. Provides a decent amount of emotional support, and pretty much becomes your maiden after you receive the Friendly Flame. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. And great questline. Renala, Queen of the Full Moon. She could have ranked higher. You know why? Because she turned Selen, our great teacher, into a ball. So but she didn't rank lower because she respect for us. Like on my no cheat playthrough, I was struggling with Radagon, and I was like, okay, now I need to level up my faith in Arcane, which is at the time was like 9 and 10, and I'm just like, well, the Sword of Blasphemous kind of requires 20 and 21 for faith and Arcane, so time for respecking. That is like the first time I have ever done playing through Elden Ring. So yeah, helped a lot, but no quest line. But still helped a lot. So this is kind of a me thing and not an everyone thing. So number 8, number 7, Sorceress Selen. In the start, you meet her at Limgrave after beating the Pumpkinhead guy. And she teaches you sorcery, and after you complete her whole quest line, she reaches the academy and takes over before you sit at the grace, of course. She's like, if you eventually cannot become the Elden Lord, you can just come back to me. Even the dullest of my pupils have a place in here. And you're just like, that's so sweet. And you sit at the grace, and then after you stand up, ball. And then you're just like, why? Why did you do this to us? So, if you don't want a Sorceress Selen to turn into a ball, you pretty much have two options. Never, teleport, use Grace, or sit out of Grace ever again, or just don't do her questline. That's like the two options. And I'm pretty sure some of the parts require you to sit out of Grace. So, the best option, don't do the questline, or just complete it like halfway. Or just after she took over the academy and don't talk to her. I'm pretty sure that won't progress the questline any further. So, number 7, well deserved. Number 6, if the few we have mentioned before provides little to medium emotional support, she deals ultra emotional damage and also physical damage. Like, I have watched a Chinese not YouTuber, like a YouTuber they like upload video on Chinese websites, but they're like, Malenia is the only boss I have ever fought in any video game that actually caused me physical damage. Like they literally can't breathe. Like they're so mad, like like that. They're breathing like that. So yeah, deals ultra emotional damage and physical damage. But the background story is pretty good. But even though the backstory is good, the characteristic isn't really that good because she pretty much is literally what she say, the Blade of Mikola. But at least still she is better than Melinda because she is there for you, even though she is repeating like 2 lines. It depends on where you get, No, actually, yeah. If you get to the second phase, there might be like the 3rd line. Because during the cutscene, I think she talked. I haven't fought her in a long time, and I don't remember. So, though provides no emotional support and deal ultra emotional and physical damage, still better than Melina. And this is pretty much a me only thing, but she helped me a lot to master Elden Ring, like the dodging and stuff. Because I fought her on my second playthrough, not like the new not the video I uploaded, but like the first time I ever played Elden Ring, the New Game Plus. I fought her, and that helped me a lot, increased my skill by like a ton. And after that, I start to slowly stop using any cheat, and where I got confident, to play Elden Ring with no cheat. Which still ended in failure because the Elden Beast. But number 6, well deserved. Great character background story. Great Elden Ring coach. Well deserved. Number 6. Number 5, Nephili Lux. No, not Lux. Sorry, Nephili Lu. The quest is pretty good. The reward is pretty good. So that is like a huge plus from any of the above. And she helps you in two most important battle. One in the early game, one in the end game. I'm gonna be real. Like if you go watch my video, you're gonna hear me say, "Oh my gosh, Nephilius goated," like 3,000 times because like she helped me fight in Godric, which she dealt like 50% of the damage, and tank 50%, and in Godfrey, which is like she dealt 50% of the damage and tank like 75% of the damage. Crazy support and pretty good quest line and good reward. So number 5, well deserved. Number 4, all right, we're close to the top 3 range. Raya, or known as Zorias, in her snake people form. Okay, I don't really know what that kind is called, so please don't cancel me. I swear I'm not being racist. The quest line is pretty good. Like, she went from, yay, I'm happy, to, wait, something's wrong, till, oh no, this is really wrong, and then it's like, please kill me, and then you're just like, no, motivational speech, and she's like, alright, I'm gonna go explore. So, the quest line is very good, and the character build-up is also pretty good, like how the character grow. Until, she could have became number 3 until she gave us a talisman that made us take more damage. I still couldn't make sense out of that. So, number 4. Number 3, Millicent. Alright. So, if you went to the big dragon place to get your ruins right off the start, if you explore just a little, and you turn left after you reach the grace point, it's like the fortress, but if you walk a little forward and turn left, there's like a whirlpool thing, like the wind whirlpool, that will let you jump down, take no damage, and you reach the church. I forgot what that church is named. But, you reach that church and she's like, stay away from me. I don't want you to be infected by the Scarlet Rot because of me. So, right off the start, showing a very caring characteristic. And after you talk to Gory at his shack, he's like, if you want to save her, you need that golden needle. And, the first playthrough, I struggled, like, a lot. It was not until after I completed Ronnie's questline where I got access to the Mimic Tear Ash, and I'm just like, well, we're gonna team up. So, my stand, Mimic Tear Ash, and I'm gonna summon the stepdaughter. Bam. Alright, 3 people defeated Commander O'Neill, but it was still a pretty close fight, I'm not gonna lie. After you got the needle, you save her, and she's like, alright, I'm gonna go on my own journey, and I don't know how to repay you. Hope I see you again. Bye. And you're going to see her at Gory's Shack and then Altus Plateau. But here is a reminder. If you're going to meet Millicent at Gory's Shack, please, I'm begging you, kill the T-Rex in front of the shack. Because on my first playthrough, the whole questline ended because she got killed by the T-Rex. So after you reach Altus Plateau, she is like, I thought of a way of repaying you. I can fight for you. But, I don't have my arm, so I can't. And you're just like, don't worry, I'm gonna get you your arm. So you got her arm, and she did fight for you. You can summon her in like a few fights. And, in the end, after you reach like the mountain area and you beat Commander Neil, not O'Neill, it's just Neil, I think. I'm kind of confused by those 2 characters. And you get the other half of the medallion, the secret medallion, and you get to the Helic Tree. That's where the sad part kicks in. She dies after you help her or betray her. But either way, you get a very powerful talisman. So, great characteristic, great quest line, and ain't pretty mysterious, but, I can still figure it out, and it's still a pretty good background story. So, number 3, well deserved. Number 2, Fia, the deathbed companion. Like, if you, I think everyone has went through this stage, And this is pretty much Fia got number 2. Like, her background story is like okay, and her questline is okay. But the only reason that she is at number 2 is that when every new player started Elden Ring, she provided the ultra emotional support. So like, did you just get defeated by Margit? And you're like, yes. And she's like, do you want a hug? You're very warm. And you're like, all right, let's hug. And then you get the emotional support at the cost of your health bar. But you're like, wow, motivation. So, pretty much no reason at all. But, just because she provided us the ultra emotional support we needed at the start of the game, which makes us go through the rest of the game and find our, own best companion. So yeah, well deserved. I'm gonna be real. If I didn't get that hug, I probably would have stopped playing Elden Ring. Because the emotional damage is just so real. Like, before I play Elden Ring, I thought I was such a good gamer, and after Elden Ring, I'm just like, I suck. So yeah, well deserved. And before number 1, let's give an honorable mention. Firekeeper from Dark Souls 3. Melina, let's be real, Melina will never be the same as Firekeeper, even though like they're pretty much the same character with like the same title. Melina is pretty much the Firekeeper. Firekeeper is pretty much Melina, but they're so different. Here is the proof. You can't argue with that. And every time you want to level up, she is there for you. And even if you make the decision that is pretty much equivalent to the Elden Ring Frenzy Flame ending, which is, just ending the flame once and for all, turning the world into a darkness, and she's like, don't worry, I will follow you until the end. And then you're just like, yeah, maybe you are the best. And number 1, can you guys guess who it is? Ah, yes, oh no, it's Ranni the Witch. You meet her after you meet Melina, but before, you have to get killed by the Tree Sentinel, or I think her questline will not activate or something. She provides great emotional support, and give us great questline reward, and the questline is great, and get her questline that is not only great. I think it's like if I'm gonna have to rank it, like on the tier list, it's gonna be like a triple S plus questline, because you get 2 of the best two of the best like ashes in the game, the Mimic Tear Ash and the Black Knife Assassin Ash, and you get the best, like one of the best incantation in game, which is the Adulus Moonblade, and the best weapon, one of the best weapon and one of the most classic weapon that have existed in every Soul game, the Dark Moon Greatsword, and it's a very great sword. Not only her questline is good not only because of the rewards, also because of the story. And through the questline, it really builds the character well. Like, if you're gonna ask me, what kind of person is Melina, I can probably throw out like 2 adjectives. But if you're gonna ask me, what kind of person Ranni is, caring, because like even before like we reach the Scarlet Lake of Rot. She's like, tell AG and Blythe I love them. It's like, wow, you're really different from Melina. Melina's like, yeah, who cares? Alright, bye. And she's like, tell them, I didn't just use them. I care for them too, And like, before we even start the quest, she is like, this is a really dark path. Do you still want to walk this path with me? And then you're like, serve Ranni the Witch. And after you go to Ansel River and find miniaturized Ranni, that's really where the Sun Deer part of her shows up. She's like, I'm not gonna talk to you for like three times. Okay, I can't take this anymore. You have found me in this form, but you have to help me. And you're like, but no, I don't want to. And she is like, no, you have to. Or I don't know what I'm gonna do, but you have to help me. You know, that's where you see the sincerness come in. And then you're just like, fine, I guess I have to progress that quest line anyway. I will help you. And then it's like, after you help her, this is another big difference from Melina. Melina is just like, yeah, goodbye, thank you very much, that's all you're gonna get from me. She is like, here is a key. Go get the ring. I will wait for you at the bottom of the, after Estill, and then you go up, and then you go down again, and then you will find me, and you will marry me. And then you're just like, okay. And then you beat SL after like probably a few tries. It's a pretty easy boss if you got the right equipment. Like, you really have to level up your moonveil before you go into that boss fight. I first went in there with like a +6, and it did not end up well. And I went out, got +9, come back, easy. So you need a +9 moonveil. And after that, you marry her, and she's like, I will see you at the ending. And still, unlike Melina, Melina's just like, number 1, I burn myself. Number 2, I kill you. Number 3, we just never meet each other again. Which one would you like? And then you're just like, no, I don't like any of them, So, great questline, great reward, great characteristic, and then great character building, and great ending. And even in the end, you're like, where is Ronnie? And the game actually gives you an ending too. It's like, and it's a pretty good one. She's like, all right, come into the star with me. And then you're just like, I hope I have the option, but maybe this is going to be in Elden Ring too. So yes, in general, the Companion of the Year award goes to Ronnie the Witch. And the worst Companion of the Year award goes to Melina. And I will see you guys with a similar video probably when Elden Ring 2 come out, or the next Souls game. Yeah, pretty much. Well, see you guys in the next video. Bye.